Supporting details, making sure we stay on target, making sure we don't go off point. One common mistake in writing an essay is to go off point. Think of your thesis or your topic sentence as the bullseye in a target. Every sentence and detail in a paper or an essay should be relevant. It should directly relate to the thesis. It should support the thesis logically. Let's say, for example, you are going to write a paragraph or an essay, and your topic sentence or your thesis is, "My family car is a lemon." Now, a lemon is a junker. If you provide details about your car's good feature, you're going to go off point. Why? Your thesis is your car's a junker. So if you begin talking about your car's great motor or your car's great stereo, your car's good features, you're missing the target. What would we expect after a thesis statement of "My family car is a lemon"? We would expect a list of supporting sentences with details to persuade us that your car is indeed a lemon, it's a junker. A paragraph is a series of sentences that support a main idea or thesis. A paragraph typically starts with the main idea or the point, just as the body paragraphs on the left-hand side of this slide do. They're highlighted in red. Then the rest of the paragraph provides specific details to support and develop the point. The illustration below this table shows the relationship between the supporting details and the main idea or the thesis. They all support the main idea or the thesis. Here I want to pause and see you apply these principles. Look at the following outline of the paragraph. The point is followed by 6 facts, only 3 of which are on target in supporting the point. The other facts are irrelevant. They do not relate logically to the thesis or the topic sentence. See if you can check the 3 relevant statements of support. Now, your big idea is, "My dog Otis is not very bright." And that word bright, of course, means smart. Now, if you put a check next to the sentence, it means it supports the topic sentence, that Otis is not very smart. If you put an X, well, that means that you understand that this sentence does not support the topic sentence. Otis is not very bright. Take a moment, look at these, and tell me what you think. "My dog Otis is not very bright. He's 5 years old and doesn't respond to his name." Does that support the topic sentence? Does it relate logically to the topic sentence? Does it illustrate the point? Yes, it does. "He cries when I leave for work every day." Does that support the topic sentence? No, it doesn't. It doesn't have anything to do with Otis not being very bright. "He always gets excited when visitors come." Does that have anything to do with Otis not being bright? It sure doesn't. "He often attacks the backyard hedge as if it's a hostile animal." How about that? Sure, that sounds like a dog that's not very bright. Number 5, He gets along very well with my neighbor's cat. Nope, that doesn't have anything to do with Otis not being very bright. In fact, it sounds like he's a smart dog. And finally, 6, I often have to put food in front of him because he can't find it by himself. Does that sound like it supports Otis not being very bright? It sure could. So there you have 3 X's and 3 checks. In writing the 3 body paragraphs, we must remain focused. Focused on our target, focused on our goal. And our goal in writing the 3 body paragraphs is supporting the topic sentence, our thesis, with relevant details. When your supporting details are relevant, when they relate directly to the topic sentence, your essay will have unity. In other words, it's unified in its focus on one thing, supporting the topic sentence with relevant details. We've been talking about unity. Here we're going to make a transition and begin talking about coherence. Your essays must possess both unity and coherence. They must focus upon the topic sentence with relevant details, and then they must cohere, meaning there must be a logical interconnection between the ideas. There must be an overall sense of understandability. Coherence literally means to stick together. And coherence in writing means that all the ideas in a paragraph flow smoothly from one sentence to the next sentence. With coherence, the reader has an easy time understanding the ideas that you wish to express. Now, how do we achieve coherence in our writing? How do we make sure that when we're finished, our essays cohere, they hang together, and all of the ideas are logically related in their support of the topic sentence? There are 4 strategies that I've mapped out for you here. One is to organize your information in a logical way, just as Mr. Taylor suggested in his presentation. Use the words first, second, and third. There's nothing wrong with that. Some people believe it sounds mechanical, but it doesn't. It's a very helpful way to achieve coherence and to direct your reader and to make sure that your reader stays with you throughout your essay. Another way to achieve coherence is to make connections. Use connector words like therefore, and however, in conclusion. These are very helpful in showing how one sentence relates to another. You'll want to also be consistent and appropriate in your verb tense in order to achieve coherence in your writing. He went to the store, then he went home. You see, very important to monitor your verb tenses. You'll want to use parallelism in your writing to achieve coherence. I love gardening, painting, reading, and to write. No, I love gardening, painting, reading, and writing. Here are a group of transitional words that will assist you in achieving, ensuring that you possess coherence in your essay. I would I would Google, if I were you, connector words, and run off 2 or 3 pages of them. Keep them on the desk. They will help you to connect one sentence to the other and to make sure that all of your supporting details flow logically and support your topic sentence.